Buenas noches, good evening, greetings for this Friday evening, March 9th, 2018. Hello, Rick. Roberto, how are you? Dr. Rob. Ah, yes, Switch to Linux. That's right, he does his shows, usually Friday evenings. Very good. Thank you for stopping by. Rick, I caught a bug, sinus infection for the last like 3 or 4 days, and right now I am high on Sudafed, or low on Sudafed, depending on your point of view. My nose is sore from using like 6,000, Kleenexes. Hi, Tim. Linux Mankaka, whatever. I'm hanging in there. I took a nap, so like I said, I'm drinking lots of water. I'll have to grab some more. I'm taking Sudafed for my sinuses. Now, Sudafed does work. It does help. You just got to take it like well, I take it every 6 hours. Yeah. So, let me go ahead and transition here. There we go. That's better. Okay. Quick mic check. All right, looks good. Very good. Yeah. Well, Tim, I did sound like this. See, I sounded like this before. Welcome to Total OS Today. Now we're going to talk about Linux schmucks. All you dual booters are all schmucks. Let me tell you, this is what I sounded like 3 freaking days ago, Tim. And it wasn't fun at all, Jeez, I had 100% clogging. This is freaking ridiculous. Forget about it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a little better. Little weak, but I'm better. It's just one of those things. It happens, as we're getting close to springtime. Rick, I don't think I've ever tried Alka-Seltzer. Maybe next time. Maybe next time I will, yeah. Hello, Steve. Happy Friday. But, so the Alka-Seltzer works pretty good, huh? Interesting. Well, if I don't feel like better tomorrow, maybe I will try that. Now, is that something that you would take at night? It puts you to sleep, Rick, or you can take it during the day? Take it with food? Yeah, I don't believe I've ever taken that. Yeah. Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, Jerry Lewis down the road. This is not Jerry Lewis. Yeah.
Joe Pesci. Yeah, right. Ah, my. Anyway. I'll be all right. So what's new for the week, guys? Distro 2, Derek is in the house. Double glass of bourbon, you'll be fine. I prefer a double bottle of bourbon, excuse me. I took a double bottle of bourbon, I wouldn't be here tonight. I'd be like, Get the daytime stuff. Thank you, Rick. Very good. Very good. Very good. I would have hooked up my webcam, but I probably don't look too good. So, anyway, you guys know what I look like anyway. So, all right. Well, Rick, I'll see how I feel tomorrow. I got to get my license renewed and do some other stuff. I have to finish my taxes. Oh, that's. Let me tell you guys, that is the perfect combination: sinus infection and taxes. Oh joy. DistroTube has one heck of an idea. Double, even better. Well. What's new is you wiped out Windows and full installed MX17, Rick. Whoa, you are courageous. Very good. Very good. So, were you dual booting before? See, according to Brian Lunduke on, on his Linux Thursday, dual booters are schmucks, so that's why I'm here as a certified schmuck. You're welcome. I'm having fun. It's been a rough week. So I have to enjoy a laugh. Linux dual booters rule, man. They freaking rule, let me tell you. I haven't wiped out any of my drives to install only Linux. Yeah. So I may do it on my on one of my ThinkPads. It only has 2 gigs of RAM. I may install something on that to wipe out Windows. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Tim, DT's clip on Linux toxic community. Yeah, it's been talked about before. I didn't realize it was still bad. Of course, I do not allow it on this channel. They kind of leave me, you know, I used to get toxic comments, but after 7 years, 8 years, I think I scared them. You know, once they realized I'm from New York, I got relatives, I got relatives in Italy. Yeah, it's, they kind of like went away. I mean, not that I had them whacked or anything. They just like, that's not what I meant by went away. Oh, never mind. So, Rick, you were dual booting, you were dual, but laptop was struggling. Very good. Robert, you dual boot Linux Smith and Manjaro. How's that working out for you? So you Linux dual boot. Okay, well that's cool. Let's see. Derek Nayakundi. Hello, Derek. You installed Windows 10. As you advised me. Seems slower, to be really honest. Okay. Derek, how much RAM do you have in your machine for Windows 10, Derek? Do you have a dual core or a quad core? If it's okay for me to ask you. Let's see. Whoa, the Linux community drove them back to Windows. Whoa. Man, I have not come across that, DT. Yeah, I just haven't. I mean, the community, I haven't been to a lot of communities. I'll be honest. I've been to Ubuntu Mate, Linux Smith, and they've been okay. To be fair, they've been okay. Yeah, yeah, DT. They got scared of the Cadillac of the truck. Yeah, that's why those. That's why the trolls don't bother me anymore. Yeah, right. I'm sure that was it. Oh my. They're in the swamp. I don't think Sicily has swamps, Rick. But nice try. You love the channel. Thank you, Rick. Very kind of you. Alright, Derek, you have 4 gigs. That should be enough for Windows 10. It won't be zippy. I'll be honest, Derek. It will not be zippy. But you should be okay. What I would do, Derek, to speed things up, look at your startup items. Disable any startup items that you do not need. That should speed it up. I would use the built-in cleanup utilities in Windows 10, Derek. Either use the built-in disk defragmenter or use a freebie called Defragler that may run a little bit faster. If you do those 3, actually one more, adjust the performance. Oh shoot, I'm running Linux now. I would show you, but there's a way to disable the special effects or the graphics in Windows 10. That will also speed it up. Use the built-in cleanup utilities. Defragment. If you have more than 4 or 5% fragmentation, Derek, it will run slow, or slower than it won't run as fast as it should. But 4 gigabytes should be enough. Actually, in this test machine, I only have 4 gigs of Windows 10, and it's fine. But I keep it maintained. Maintenance is the key. And you will notice that it will run faster. But use the feature adjust for best performance in Windows 10 in the settings versus let Windows 10 decide. Unclick that and choose let Windows 10 decide, and you should see it'll run noticeably faster. IMC strap. Okay, so the Celeron, yeah, that's gonna be slow all the way around no matter what you use, Derek. Yeah, dual core Celeron will be slow, but still, yeah, try that, and I'd be surprised if that did not help. Think you stood your ground and didn't feed into the garbage. That's why the trolls laid off. No one on the fire makes it smolder. Yeah, Tim, I think that's probably it. You know, I welcome all comments, even negative ones. You know, and if a fairly nasty comment is directed towards me, all I ask is that you back it up. If it's something I said or did, back it up. If you just generalize, then that's just stupid. You know, somebody made a nice comment, said, Toss, you should have way more subscribers. Maybe if you did only Linux, you know, videos or only Windows videos for that. That's probably true, but that's not who I am. So I'm a dual booter. You know, I didn't start this channel to be popular. I did it for educational purposes. But, you know, who knows how many subscribers I've lost? Probably the thousands, but that's alright. Yeah, Derek, try that. Robert, you have a Intel Core 5 gigs on a... Alright, ThinkPads rule, Robert. Yeah. That is plenty for Windows. It should be nice and speedy, Robert. But still maintain, if you're running Windows, if you are, and that goes for anybody running Windows, it has to be maintained. That's all there is to it. Hello, Kagan. SSD drive, very good. Lamer Linux, you are dual booting Windows 10. Very good. So you are a schmuck like I am. According to Brian Lunduk. I'm just making fun of Brian because he's actually cool to listen to. Like I said, I had a rough weekend. It made me laugh, and I needed it. Hello, Isaiah. Speaking of the toxic nature of some Linux forums, some refuse to offer any real support for Windows. This hurts new Linux that dual boots or the VM. Well, like I said, the forums that I've been to, I don't use them a lot lately, Distro 2, but they've been okay. But there are people out there who are just fanboys of one system or another, and that's just the way it is. You know, Windows users, you know, I started this channel because if you want to convince a Windows user to try Linux, it should be a Windows user telling a Windows user to try Linux. That's how you gain some trust. You know. Toss you a great since you do Windows. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, you know, it's... If a person uses Windows all his life, and a Linux user tells him Linux is best, what do you think the Windows user will say? But if it's a Windows user saying, hey, you should try Linux because it may be better, that's an element of trust. It just makes sense. You know, I mean, if a Mac user only uses Mac, say Windows is the best and Windows suck, what is the Windows user gonna say? Just common sense. Anyway, that's why I'm here. Intel Core Duo, that's why I use Light OS. It's very good, Rick. Very good. Very good. Yep, SSDs can make a difference. Yes. Kyrie Holmes. Hello, how are you? So I'm doing this show for all the Linux schmucks, the Linux dual booters out there. I'm just having some fun, so. Thinking about getting a used iPad on eBay. That's where I bought a couple of mine. Lamer Linux, definitely the best, one of the best ways to go. Do not spend more than $200 in my opinion, unless you want a souped up one. Look for 4 gigs of RAM, and you should be okay. MC Strap, you are a dual booter as of last week. Yay! Dual booters of the world unite. We will rule. We will make Windows users see the light that they can try Linux, and it's perfectly safe to dual boot. There are no schmucks out there. There is no deception out there. It can work. It can work. Alright, so here's my advice if you are going to dual boot. Okay? Back up your system. You should be backing up your system even if you don't dual boot. I don't care if you use Windows, only Linux, only Mac. You got to back up and back up again. Because SHIT happens. Right? Of course it does. So first you back up. I would download an Ubuntu-based system that has the automatic installer. You do not do custom partitioning. Do not do something else. You will mess up. If you have never been taught before. It's not that it's hard, but obviously if you've never been shown. So choose the option. Let Ubuntu or whatever install alongside Windows 7 or 8, 10 or whatever you have. That is the safe option 99.9% of the time. Trust me, I've been doing this since 06. Nothing is 100%. But if you do that, you should be okay. Follow the instructions. If you are installing dual booting in a laptop, make sure it's plugged in. Make sure it's plugged in, and I think it warns you ahead of time. So yeah. Bert Nijoff. I hope I said that right. Hello, Bert. Welcome. Dual boot old-fashioned. Well, hey, it works. It works for me. All right, Lamer. Kyrie, you single boot. Very good. Dual boot, don't use VirtualBox. If you have a lot of RAM, VirtualBox is fine. I prefer dual boot. Although I do test in VirtualBox, or just make a USB bootable stick. That may be even better. I don't know. But the point is, dual booting is fine if you do it correctly. You just backed up your music PC today. Okay. Because of the Windows Update debacle earlier, what is going on with the Windows Update? Your main desktop runs exclusively Ubuntu. This PC has decent hardware and is blazing fast. I've got a dark Mate. Alright, so evidently you did an update for Windows 10, Kagan, and you booted up to nothing? Is that what? I've never had that happen before. Yeah. There might be a way around that. Possibly. Robert, you remove your DVD and put a second hard disk drive in display. Okay. And it could serve as a backup. Very good. Tim asks, with my dual boot experience, was there any Linux distro that just didn't play well in dual boot scenario? I can think of one, but I believe that was my fault. I believe it was RPM based, and I did the custom partitioning and I messed up, but that was my fault. But putting that aside, Tim, no, I've had 0 issues. Well, I won't say 0. It's not fair. True. But for the most part, Tim, I have not had any Linux distro that did not play well in my dual boot scenario. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, basically, if it has an automatic newbie installer, that's all that I use. Even now. Yeah. With the relatively cheap price of RAM, why not just run a Windows virtual machine? Sure. The GPU pass-through in gaming can be done. Yep. That's perfectly acceptable. Yeah. Eliminates some or the problems that can arise in dual boot. That's perfectly acceptable. Yeah. And that was mentioned in the Linux Thursday show. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have enough RAM, do it. You like dual booting, but your laptop won't handle it. I like how you spell dual booting, D-U-E-L, as in a duel, in a fight between Windows and Linux. It should be D-U-A-L, but that's okay. I know what you meant. So it's MX for you. Very good. MX is fine. Windows can mess up your grub menu. That is possible, yes. But so can Linux. But yes, Windows can. That's why you back up. Alright, so Windows 10 installed an automatic update, restarted boot past BIOS. We tried a recovery drive and all kinds of stuff. I'll use it for a couple of older games that are starting. So he did an update and it wouldn't boot past BIOS. Even the recovery mode did not help. That's very odd. Very odd. Okay. Alright. Very good. It can happen. Kagan, I don't use wine. For me, it's worthless. I tried it a couple times. It just does not work. So I do not believe, except for the drinking wine, I do not believe in wine. If you really, really, really have to use Windows programs, then just use freaking Windows. That's my opinion. Kyrie, you have Windows 10 and a VM with the Creators Update. And I'm assuming it's okay? Yeah, if you have enough RAM, go for it. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Excuse me. VirtualBox, avoid dual booting, but of course everybody has the right to make the same error. You made 8 years ago. Very good. T. Ferreira from Oakville, Canada. Where is Oakville, Canada? Is it near Montreal? I have to grab me a Gatorade out of the fridge. Not the fidge. Speaking of VMs, I played with the Ubuntu 18.0 Beta 1 release that came out today. It's looking way, way cool. Yeah, it's I've been testing Ubuntu 18.0 for it does seem pretty good. Very good, yeah. You might use a Linux Live CD and restore. Nixie Pixel has some good videos. That is possible. Yep, to fix with a live CD, certainly possible. Bert, you are from Santiago, Dominican Republic. Hola, Bert. Very nice. That is correct, Kagan. The only wine I support is reds and whites. Duh. Boy, wine sounds really good right now. But I think I might grab me some Gatorade. Ah, T, it's 30 west of Toronto. Very good. Alright, I'm going to grab a drink out of the fridge. I'll be right back. Do not go away, okay? Be right back. I love Gatorade. I'm giving a plug to Gatorade. No, I am not being sponsored by Gatorade. I wouldn't mind being sponsored by Gatorade. But I like orange Gatorade. It's probably my favorite. It has the, what's it have? Electrolytes and all that stuff. And yeah, one of my doctors recommended Gatorade instead of, you know, Pepsi and all that stuff. So if you're not feeling good and need to stay hydrated. Oh, anyway, Gatorade for the win. Merry Melodies fan, how are you? Spectre Meltdown. Yeah, all the patches should be out there in the wild, so yeah. Alright, DT, go grab yourself a beer. I am not going to drink beer because I took some medication. I took Sudafed. Sudafed is awesome. KL2610, greetings. Kyrie is you're going to make some Kool-Aid. That sounds good to me, man. Tim F, you grabbed one as soon as I got the live alert for toss. Kentucky Barrel Ale Coffee Stout. Kentucky Barrel Ale. Man, that's a mouthful, Tim. Kentucky. Okay. Fat Elvis is in the house. Is Salvatore Lopiano directing The Cross? Yes, Salvatore Lopiano is the director of my dad's movie. That is correct. I will. One of these weekends, I will share with you a teaser trailer, world premiere on YouTube for you guys, since I was given the okay to do that by my dad. But yeah, I have not met or melted. I have not met Lopian. I spoke to him once or twice. Seems like a nice man. It's an incredible story of this movie that they did 5+ years in the making. I guess he's fighting. He's been in chemotherapy in and out, and they still pulled it off. I hope they can sell it soon, man. I hope they can get a contract on it, move on. I hope you guys see it. It's a beautiful story. It's a wonderful story that has not been told, so we'll see what happens. But I will give you guys a heads up when I will post a YouTube world premiere trailer for it. In the meantime, you can check out someone named Sandro Di Stefano. 3 words, D.I. Di Stefano. He did the music for the film. He just nominated for his 3rd award, some kind of a Polish Academy Award. It's his 3rd one. A very gifted composer who did the music for the film, and the music is beautiful. That's all that I can say at this time. But thank you for asking, Fat Elvis. Bert, you will try Kubuntu again for the first time in 5. Yeah, it's gone better. Absolutely. Ho Garden for me. Ho Garden. I don't know what that is, Distro 2. Q1 Fiend. Q1 Fiend. Hello. If it's your first time, I think it is. Welcome to the live stream. We have a custom here. Everybody say hello to the new person. I think you're new. Everybody say hello to Q1 Fiend. And if it's not your first time, welcome. I just don't recognize your name. Pizza loving nerd is in the house. Lovely Belgina White. Yeah, I dated her once or twice, but boom boom. Oh, Belgian. I thought you meant Belgina, the young lady from. Oh, never mind. Shut up. Hogarden is my beer too. Lived and worked 15 years in Belgium. Ah, cool. It's a dark stout beer with coffee infused. Oh, I see. Decanted bourbon barrel for 6 weeks before being bottled. Very interesting. You cannot use 4.13 kernels for Linux Mint because your computer freezes. Really? Okay. All right. Yeah, welcome to the madhouse. We're having some fun tonight, Q1. We're calling affectionately so Linux dual booters or schmucks, according to Mr. Linux himself, Brian Lunduke. Affectionately, of course. You've watched, hello Joe, you've watched the live streams over here, but never opened up the chat. Well, if everybody must say hello. We have verified that Q1 Fiend is new. Welcome, sir. gal. I don't know if you are a boy or a girl. Welcome, whoever you are. Great. But yeah, I've been dual booting ever since I can remember. I have not had too many issues. So it is safe. Dual booting is safe. Just, you know, like I said, don't use cutting edge distros. You know, don't install alphas or betas or anything like that. And you should be okay. But again, before you do anything, back up and back up again. It's just common sense. Just common sense, you know. Don't let a messed up dual boot install tell you, oh, I should have backed up. Wah. And I can't believe I drank that whole bottle of Gatorade. Jeez, was I that dry? Oh, well, it's the Sudafed making me dry, I'm sure, but that's normal. Yeah, Q1. Q1, do you dual boot? Do you like using Windows? Share some thoughts if you don't mind. Switch to Linux. Welcome, Tom. Tom, you missed my stuffy nose interpretation of a few days ago.
Hello, I would like to welcome Switch to Linux Tom, my good friend from Pennsylvania. He uses only Linux, so he is not a dual booter, which means he is not a schmuck, okay?
Ow, that hurts. Ah, breathe. Anyway, yeah, that Sudafed is kicking in. Anyway, what's up, Switched? I did see where Alexa was laughing. It has not happened to me, but I think she's not laughing because she's afraid of the Cadillac trunk, if you know what I mean. So, oh my. MC strap, your solution to booting is to use 2 hard drive. Hey, that's fine. That's fine with me. It's fine with me. No problem with that. You like your iTunes and you need Office 365 for school. Well, that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. I do not want a free 365. I mean, for most Linux users, LibreOffice should be perfectly acceptable. That's what I saw. I think that's what Switch to Linux saw as far as LibreOffice. It may not be a complete replacement, but it should be okay. So, I sound like Joe Pesci? What the freak you talk? Are you talking to me like that? I'm not Joe Pesci, okay? Jeez. I'm gonna beat you over the head with the sausage. What's the matter with you? Oh, God, I hate stuffy noses. Dual booters are no schmucks, but they use ancient technology. I already dual booted between Windows and OS2 Warp in 94, 95. Oh, okay, alright. That's cool. Well, I use dual booting as a matter of convenience. I'm comfortable with it. It works for me. I haven't had any issues that I can't recall lately anyway. I mean, it just works. It's convenient. So, yeah. Q1, you haven't dual booted since the Windows 98 days. Wow. Okay. These days I wouldn't bother, too easy to assemble or cobble a computer to cobble together. Very good. Okay, so which Linux distro do you use, Q1? Go get your Shinebox. Shinebox OS. Alright, Switch. So LibreOffice is a full Office replacement. Okay. And you can't think of something you cannot do with it. Very good. That's what I figured. Yeah. Waiting for you to say Utes. My cousin, yeah. So these freaking Utes today
These Utes, all I want to do is use freaking dual boot. What's wrong with these Utes, these kids, these Utes? All they do is dual boot. What's the matter with them?
Yeah, Utes as in youths. Yes. Robert, LibreOffice 6 dot something is out. Why are you still stuck on 5.0? Was waiting for they bleep you at the drive-thru. I haven't been to a drive-thru in years. Oh my god. When was the last time I went to a drive-thru? God. Yeah. It's been a while. LibreOffice, close but not 100% compatible. Well, is close enough good enough? I don't use LibreOffice that much. There's no reason to, really. Yeah. I usually use OBS, Simple Screen Recorder, a lot. I use Audacious for the background music, Haven Live to edit. Man, that's it. I use the Synaptic Package Manager. I use the ticker feed for the scrolling news items at the top. Yeah, so that's what I use. Oh yes, I'm sure Bionic Beaver, the finalized version, will have Bionic Beaver or LibreOffice installed. Yes. Drone crashes in Arizona National Forest, starts a fire. Yeah, I guess that would be a problem. I'm looking at the ticker news feed. Yeah, that would be a problem. Send in the drones. Anyway. I use, what else do I use? AbiWord is a lightweight, yeah, to view documents and stuff if you want something lighter. Atrial document viewer for PDFs, and of course LibreOffice. But if you want something lighter weight, try AbiWord. Just too lazy to upgrade LibreOffice? Okay. Well, if it works. Let's see. You save somebody's complex Word documents by loading in OpenOffice, then resave it in Word format. Okay. Switch, what was the cause of Alexa laughing? Was it a bug, or well, they probably did some kind of an update to it to fix that, if I had to guess. I guess that would be creepy if it just started laughing. You know, you know, in the middle of the night you hear Stallman uses Emacs for an office suite. Interesting. Now, why would he do that? It's not a bug, it's a feature. Randomly laughing at you is a feature of the Amazon Alexa? That's weird. So if I tell Alexa, wake me up at 5:45 a.m. and then I hear no, I won't. I don't know. Alexa was laughing at all the suckers that use her. Joe, do me a favor. Do not run for office. You will not be a perfect diplomat. Oh my. I like my Alexa. I use it mainly in the morning and night, and at night, and that's it. That is it. I don't use it all day. I know it records everything, but you know what? I'm cool with that. You know, I don't usually talk about declassified or classified Linux materials, you know. Yeah. Schrodenbug. Schrodenbug. That sounds like a place in Germany. Welcome to Schrodenbug, Germany. It is time for Oktoberfest. Alexa could be in heat. Ah. Oh, right. As in overheating. Because it's plugged in all the time. Ah, right. Okay, Joe, yeah. Joe, see, if Joe was governor, he would say, I would like to thank the community and the state of wherever for believing in the future. I just wanted to say that all the Windows users who voted for me, you're so stupid for using Windows. That's how I picture Joe's acceptance speech. I would like to thank the Linux community for allowing me the chance to serve this great nation. Anyone ever ask Alexa to execute Order 66? Oh, Order 66. Oh, was that in the Star Wars movie? Right? I think. Should I ask Alexa to do Order 66? She'll probably laugh at me. See, I would be like if I ran for office and I won, I'd be like, I would like to thank the technology community for allowing me the opportunity to serve this great state of Ohio. It's been a long process, a long road here, but it's been a joy and a pleasure, and I welcome all users of technology. Even if Windows 10 is the superior product, we all know that. However, this is not a time for fighting. Okay, well maybe I wouldn't say that, but I think you got the message, Joe. Yeah, we have to be inclusive for everybody, right? Ah, man. That's right, Robert. This Sunday is daylight savings time. You are correct. Sunday at 2 a.m. Spring forward, so we lose an hour of time. You know, Joe, I don't know if that really serves a purpose anymore to change the hour twice. I'd have to do some more research. I know that's been going on for a long time. There's probably some science for it. Yeah, I don't know. I would make the Windows 10 spying stuff illegal, Joe. I wouldn't make the core operating system illegal. I mean, it works, but the other stuff I would curtail within reason. You know, we have the freedom to choose and freedom to do things. But the core system is, the technology works. Is it for the farmers? Is that mainly what it's for? Okay. Alright, well, I guess if it helps them out, I guess we can deal with it, right? We need to have our crops. We need to have our foods from the farmers. Daylight saving time is great, and the fallback sucks in the spring ahead. Yeah. I know, but you know what? We adjust, don't we? I wonder if there's any place in the world that does not use daylight savings time. I don't know. The Germans started it in World War I. Daylight saving time? Oh, okay. I did not know that. You know what, Q1? I don't really... I mean, I set my clock. I do it before I go to bed, to be quite honest, or set my clocks. But, you know, after that first day of complaining, I just don't deal with it anymore. You'll take an extra hour of sleep. Yeah, well, me and my sinuses, I would love. I'm going to take an extra hour of sleep anyway, this Sunday. Doesn't save any time during the day. Well, I think it has to do with getting more sunlight, right, in the summertime, which is great. I can deal with it. Tim said he thought, can you give wife Tawny a show? Oh, hi Tawny, how are you? Welcome to the show. Great to have you chatting, if you're chatting. So, how are you, Tawny? In the past, they wanted to make better use of daylight during the winter and save electricity. Ah, okay. Hello Adam, welcome to tonight's live show. How are you? You have not missed much. Now we've been having some fun calling Linux dual booters. Well, it didn't get started by me. Schmucks, that was on the Linux Thursday show from the great, awesome Brian Lunduke. He says dual booting is for schmucks. It made me laugh. But dual booting is a choice, yeah. She's doing great. Awesome. Well, you tell Tawny she's a terrific person I've never met. Haha. Don't you get more sunlight in the summertime, Joe? The Philippines tried it in the 80s, but it did not work for them. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, in the summertime, 9 o'clock, it's still daylight, which is nice. It's just a nice feeling. To have daylight that late in the evening, sort of. So, yeah. I mean, it's not going to change the science of the sun or anything. That's not what I meant, but I don't know. I guess it's all psychological. The Austria-Hungary German Empire organized the first nationwide implementation. Anybody have an older main PC HP 2008? I don't know. How old are mine? I may have, well, not a main PC. One of my ThinkPads may be that age. I don't know. We always talk about dual booters in regards to Windows. Wonder how many Mac users dual boot Linux as well. Do they qualify for being schmucks? I wish I had a Mac to criticize and or praise Mac. I don't have the budget for that. That's one of my regrets for the channel. I didn't think I would be here doing this, and this month marks 8 years of this channel. Never in a million years I thought I'd be here. You know, I started this channel as a hobby on a quest for knowledge, as an alternative, you know, searching for something else than Windows, and I am perfectly happy, perfectly glad I learned what I have learned. But I've had requests in the past to do Mac stuff. You know, and Apple's not going to send me a Mac. I just don't have that large of a channel. Very few people do. So I'd have to go out and buy the Mac, which I wouldn't mind doing the test. But, yeah. So I can't really say much about Mac users. Obviously, a lot of YouTubers use Mac, and it's for a reason. You put Mint 18 on a MacBook for a friend who needed to save the whole Photoshop deal. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know the history that much of daylight savings time, so I will recuse myself out of that conversation. Own a Mac and you are instantly a rock star at your local Starbucks. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Alright. Does an iPad mini count? DistroTube? Oh my. Mac users are schmucks. If they do boot, they are double schmucks. Bert, that sounds like a drink. Hi, I'll take a double schmuck of bourbon. Oh my. Can I just slap an Apple sticker on the lid of my HP, or does that make me a poser? Sounds good to me, man, yeah. Mac, I think, is better than Windows. Well, from what I understand, as far as multimedia apps and rendering videos, Mac is better. From what I've seen on YouTube, the channels, I mean, they're not cheap. They are a bit pricey, but for multimedia apps, they appear to be better. Now, again, I can't speak from experience. That's one thing I regret not being able to test. But from what I understand, they are better. Yes. Your explanation of doobity makes the most sense. Like I said, Joe, do not run for office. You will not get very far. Q1 has some bourbon over there. Very good. I got some stuff here, but I'm letting the rest and Sudafed do its thing. Sourceweft, hello. DST might have something to do with the percentage of Americans involved in farming over the years of the 20th century. Okay. Mac is based on FreeBSD. It is. I know it's a Unix based. Oh yeah, no hugging in Mac. It's been outlawed. I don't know why the FreeBSD folks would say no virtual hugs. I don't get that. It's time to call FreeBSD and say, hey, don't make me get the Cadillac trunk ready, okay? Do Apple users drive caddies with big trunks? I don't know. Should I take a poll? You tried to run Linux on your wife Mac and could not get the Wi-Fi to work. Oh no, Adam, that's not good. Sourceweft, is this your first time in the live chat? Because your name does not ring a bell. If it is, welcome. And we have a custom here on the channel if you're new, even if you're not new, but if you're really new, everybody say hello to Sourceweft. Welcome to the chat. Mac is not better, it costs much more. Joe will be the official spokesperson for Mac in an alternate universe. You're drinking water on the rocks. Very good, Robert. It's your first time, Source. Well, everybody say hello to Source. Come on, give it up. We're all a friendly community here. Give it up. We are not schmucks here. Hello, Source. Welcome. Source, which Linux distribution do you use? And do you dual boot? Forgot to mention, of course, once again, music, free music, legal downloads is available from the YouTube audio library. And this is where I get most of my stuff. So check out the YouTube audio library, and shout out to the artist's silent partner, JR Tundra and Jingle Punks. Yeah. Wonder if people think that Mac is better than Linux. Maybe for them it is. I don't know. Somebody said Spatry is still commenting on his channel or his Manjaro website or whatever he's doing. That's all that I know. Yeah, we used to do the weekly news and nonsense shows live. A lot of fun. Yeah, I don't think the last one I did on a regular basis was last year with a terrific singer-songwriter on YouTube. Her name is Stephanie Forian. She was good enough to join me all the way from Germany. Good sport, and we had some fun doing some news and nonsense. If you haven't already, check out Stephanie Forian on YouTube. She's got a beautiful voice. She is an independent artist, originally from the Boston area, now lives in Munich. So shout out to Stephanie. Yes, cupoflinux.com, yes. All right, DTube, have a good evening. I'll probably go to bed here soon. Take care, peace, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Matthew Keller, hello. What's the name of the app that you're using right now? Which app? For music, I'm running Audacious, music from the YouTube audio library. I'm using OBS to stream this. I'm using, for the news feed, I'm using something called Ticker. Tickr, and that's pretty much what I'm running right now. Yeah, Ticker is for Windows also. Tickr, Ticker, yeah. It's been out a while. Seems stable enough, yeah. The music is Audacious. Well, the music player, sorry, is Audacious. The music, it's free. Just go to check out the YouTube audio library. They're all free downloads, perfectly legit, free to use. I've chosen mainly Silent Partner. I like their music. Some of the downloads you have to give credit to the artists in the show links below. But yeah, check out Audacious is a lightweight player, super fast. It's pretty much loaded in terms of what it can do. So, anyway. Let's see. California bullet train costs soar to $77 billion. Of course they soar. Everything. Oh, the world of politics will take 5 years longer to complete. Oh my goodness. You know, Italy, my dad was telling me that last week they had the elections. 19 freaking parties, political parties were involved in the elections. We can't get crap done in this country with 2 parties. Holy moly. Icon 2020. Did you? Yes, I missed you. I was just talking about you. No, I wasn't. Welcome. How are you? Icon 2020. Manny Ace Gamers. What's up, Manny? How are you, Manny? Ben. Yes, you Linux dual and triple booter. I've never triple booted. Still have needs for Windows gaming. Very good. They don't allow VMs at your job. Ah, okay, all right. And Manny, what kind of channel do you have on YouTube? Mamma Mia. That was a song by ABBA. Mamma Mia, right? You know, years ago when my son was little, it was raining one night. It came down really, really hard. Raining, storm. My mom took a peek out the window and she said in the telly, "Oh, mamma mia, look at that rain out there." My son heard her, and he's running back and forth in the living room. "Oh, mamma mia, oh, mamma mia." He kept repeating, "Oh, mamma mia, oh, mamma mia, oh, mamma mia." Ah, those were the days. That's right, you use Windows, Mac, and Linux. Very good. So is Mac better for multimedia applications, Ben? That's what I see on YouTube. Icon, do you dual boot? That is the theme for tonight's show. We've been having some fun. We've been calling dual booters like myself schmucks for dual booting. It's an inside joke anyway. Yeah. Where can you go to get the music app? You can go to the Synaptic Package Manager. That's one way of doing it. Would it work in Windows? I don't think Audacious is for Windows, but you can get through it through here. The Software Center should have it. You can right click. Well, in some of these you can right click, open a terminal. Let's see, sudo space apt dash get space install Audacious. Should work. Of course mine is already installed, but there are several ways of doing it, so yeah. I don't think it's for Windows though, Matthew. Yeah, I don't believe it is. You just use VMs, Icon? Okay, alright, that'll work. I don't use VMs as much as I do, used to. I have spare machines, and then I use USB bootable sticks. There is an Audacious for Windows. Okay, well that's cool then. Awesome. It should work fine then. Yeah. Max for big in school, Fredgy, they would use the Apple Macintosh 128K. All right. Looks like the betas are out for the Ubuntu's, Ubuntu, Lubuntu, Kubuntu. I installed Ubuntu in my Toshiba. As a dual boot, it seems okay. If you're gonna be testing Ubuntu, make sure you have at least 4 gigs of RAM. Anything less, it won't run smooth in my opinion. So yeah. There are plenty of guides as far as dual booting. It's not that difficult. Do a search and I come up today. Yeah, I made it on the top list. Our Linux dual booters schmucks. No, we're not. So there is Audacious for Windows. Ah, yeah, a zip file. Very good. Okay, well, there you go. Multi-platform. Excellent. Anyway. There could only be one of us. Die! One of these nights we'll have to do a pure comedy show. I got some printouts here, some funny stuff. If I can find it. I think we'll have fun with that. So the latest Audacious was released last year. Okay, very good. Tell us, Tim, why don't you eat M&Ms? Alright, speaking of funny stuff, let's check out some funny news real quick, then we'll wrap it up. I'm probably gonna head out to bed here. The Sudafed's kicking in, I feel good. So Oh my god. IHOP announces breakfast-themed pancake wear clothing line. Orangutan smokes cigarette thrown by zoo visitor. Oh man. Okay. Semi-truck fire turns green beans into baked beans. But a bump bump. Alright, Robert. Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna leave here shortly. Gotta have a few more laughs and then we'll a box of cereal from Colorado Walmart expired in 1997. Oh no. See you, Joe. Speaking of beer, truck spills 60,000 pounds of beer onto Florida highway. Okay. Talk about drinking and driving. Bada bing! There's Alexa's unprompted laughter. Adam, it is 11:01 p.m. Yep. Hello, Highland B. Hello, hello. Yeah, I like the music too, Matthew. Thank you. Yeah, I picked it myself. Yeah, you're right, Cube. There's gonna be some drunk gators in Florida. Yeah, with that beer spill. Oh man, let's see here. Isn't it the drinking hour? Yeah, yep. I guess it is. Yeah. I've been drinking Gatorade because of my stuffy nose, but yeah. Oh my. Pilot, everyone threw up during rough landing in high winds. Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. Pretty smart goat spends years evading police around Kentucky. I think I mentioned that story before, yeah. Anyway. Okay, alright, let's make this the last call for comments, and I'm going to head out to bed here shortly. So we'll make sure that Brian Lundu gets the message that Linux dual booters are not schmucks. We enjoy dual booting, don't we? Oh, you're pseudo Linux, Highland. Now you're sad error 256. Okay. All right, Highland. See ya. I think the next live event we'll look at your comments on the current poll. There is a poll out. Should Ubuntu have picked Plasma over the GNOME desktop? Based on your comments, it seems that way. So we'll talk about that more. Maybe this weekend, depending how I feel. So yeah. I have several laptops, Matthew. Yeah. Very handy to test Linux OSs. Yep. All right, Tim. Thank you. Yep. Take the dog out and then go to bed. Roof, roof. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Yeah, I'm about 80% better at it, maybe 70%, but yeah, sinuses and a cold, it can take a while. That's why they say the best thing is lots of fluids and rest. It certainly seems that way, so yeah. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for a couple of the new people here on the stream. It's always great to say hello to new folks around the world. Always a pleasure. And yeah, maybe this weekend if I feel better, maybe Sunday I'll do another live stream. I'm not sure. See how I feel. So welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like the video, and so support the channel if you can. All the links will be below in the show notes, of course. And I'm going to have a little more Gatorade and put myself to bed. Listening to the daily update on the news from Alexa, if she doesn't laugh at me. Feed a cold, starve of fever. Is that still true, Fat Elvis? I don't know. All right. I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great evening. Be safe, be healthy. Enjoy whatever you use. Dual booters unite. We will rule the world. Okay, maybe not. Have a good one. Ciao.